It was cheap, it was ugly, and they built 8.3 million of them. The Panzerfaust, or tank fist, is perhaps the most recognizable infantry weapon of the late Second World War. To the Allied tanker, it was a terrifying threat lurking behind every corner. To the German propaganda machine, it was a Wunderwaffe, or wonder weapon, that would turn the tide of the war. But when you strip away the myths and look at the cold, hard combat data, a different picture emerges. Was this disposable tube really the tank killer history remembers, or was it a desperate tool for a dying army? To understand its effectiveness, you first have to understand what it actually was. Many people mistake the Panzerfaust for a rocket launcher, but it was actually a recoilless gun. When fired, a propellant charge launched the warhead forward while simultaneously blasting an equal force of gas backwards. This back blast was so violent that safety manuals warned it was lethal up to 3 meters behind the shooter. The weapon came in various models, the 30, 60, 100, numbers that grimly indicated their effective range in meters. The most common, the Panzerfaust 60, gave a soldier a mere 60 meters of safety between him and a charging T-34. The real magic lay in the Warhead. It used a hollow charge or shaped charge principle. Upon impact, the explosive didn't just blow up. It focused its energy into a superheated jet of metal particles moving at hypersonic speeds. This jet could punch through 200 millimeters of steel armor like a hot knife through butter. It didn't matter if you were in a Sherman or a heavy Soviet IS-2. If a Panzerfaust hit you squarely, your armor was useless. But getting that hit, that was the problem. Let's look at the numbers from the Eastern Front between January and April 1944. During this period, the German army destroyed 12,500 tanks. Of those, the Panzerfaust was responsible for only 264 confirmed kills. That is roughly 3.2% of the total. Compare that to traditional anti-tank guns, which claimed 24%. On the surface, the Panzerfaust looks like a failure. But effectiveness isn't just about total kills, it's about efficiency. When we crunch the ammo consumption numbers, the story changes. To achieve one tank kill, German artillery crews fired roughly 1,100 heavy shells. To achieve a kill with the Panzerfaust, they expended about 2,600 units. While that sounds high, remember that the Panzerfaust was a disposable, mass-produced metal tube, while an anti-tank gun was an expensive, heavy piece of machinery requiring a full crew. In the category of close combat weapons, the Panzerfaust was actually the king, outperforming the Panzerschreck, magnetic mines, and hand grenades combined, scoring over 50% of all infantry close-range kills. So, was the Panzerfaust effective? It was not the magical savior of the Third Reich. It demanded that soldiers possess nerves of steel to let a tank get within 60 meters before firing, a range where survival was unlikely even if you scored a hit. However, as a cheap, force-multiplying weapon that gave every single infantryman the potential to destroy a heavy tank, it was revolutionary. It didn't win the war, but it changed the rules of infantry combat forever.